Hello and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Sarah. I live in Southern California. I'm a woman in my 40s, single woman, I should say, in my 40s. Where I live is a beach town, so it's even more expensive than most cities in California, but I love it here, and I moved here a year ago from in the Central Valley of California where it's super hot. So it's nice to be in a more climate controlled area. I do digital budgeting using YNAB, which stands for You Need a Budget. It is a $0 based budgeting, which means that you give every single dollar a job. I do want to say thank you again to someone who used my referral link to sign up for YNAB. Down below in the comments, I'll pin a comment, but also in the description box, I have a link to try YNAB for yourself. If you use my referral link, then you get a 34-day trial for free. Should you sign up for a subscription after that, you would get 1 month for free for your paid subscription. And then at that point is also when I would earn 1 month free towards my subscription. So thank you whoever used my referral code. I really appreciate it. It's how you guys can help support me, because it kind of just makes YNAB cheaper for myself. This would be my first paycheck for May, and this is May 9th today. I'm on a little break from work, so I'm just doing the budget here on my laptop so you can see what I'm doing. If you saw my previous video, I talked about how I will be moving in July, and right now, since it's May, I have about 2 months to prepare for this move. In this 2 months time, you know, a lot of cost is going to go into this move. As you will see in the budget today, I did pay my security deposit, my pet deposit for the new place I'm moving to. And I do have a little notebook here today so I can kind of go down a list of things that I wanted to talk about in this video too. Also, just to let you know that there will be timestamps down below. So if you want to skip through some parts, feel free, but otherwise, you know, I appreciate you watching the video. The first thing I want to address is, why am I moving? I know I've gotten some comments where people were wondering, why would I want to move from I'm in a studio apartment right now, into this 1-bedroom apartment, because the cost is more expensive, obviously, of the new place. The main reason why I wanted to move out of my apartment is I was looking for a private landlord. And the reason why I wanted a private landlord is because I wanted to break out from renting from a corporation. When you rent from a corporation, they are more likely to raise your rent up to the max of 10%. It doesn't mean that a landlord can't. A landlord certainly could as well. I just feel like in my past experience of renting from a private landlord, you build a good rapport with them. They're not likely to hike your rent up every year. Yeah, they might raise it up a little bit, but they're not likely to make a huge jump, which for me, for this studio, would be $225 more a month, which actually would still be a little bit more expensive than the new place that I'm moving into. Right now, I'm paying $2,300, but after utilities and everything, I'm paying about $2,400. So yeah, if you add on $225 more, that's $2,625 I would be paying to stay in my studio. The new place is also bigger. So my studio is 565 square feet. The new apartment is actually a 1-bedroom apartment, and it's 680 square feet. The new apartment also has 2 bathrooms. I have yet to actually walk through the new apartment, even though I've already signed the lease and given my security deposit. I was able to meet the landlord on the property. She and her family live on the property. So they live in the main house. Behind the main house is a garage, and the apartment is built on top of the garage. So even though I'm on the garage, you know, it's not really, I don't have any shared walls per se with the family's home. So yeah, it has 2 bathrooms, which I can't wait to do the walkthrough, because I'm really curious about what the bathroom looks like downstairs. From what I saw, the photos, the upstairs bathroom does have a shower tub combo. So I'm wondering if maybe the bathroom downstairs is just a toilet. I don't know. So I will do a walkthrough about 2 weeks before I move into it. So I'm looking forward to that. Another thing is apartment living sucks. It's been a long time since I have lived in an apartment. There's a lot more like cons to living in an apartment complex. So the main one that I can speak of, because this just happened yesterday, is with package deliveries. For some reason, UPS will choose whether or not they want to deliver my package to my apartment door. If they choose not to, I have to go pick it up at a center. The mail person, so the USPS mail person, they refuse to bring a package upstairs and put it at my door. So if it doesn't fit in the little postage lockers that are for our complex, which they're not very big, they're probably 13 inches tall and maybe 12 inches wide. So if the package is too big and won't fit in that mail locker, USPS will not deliver it to my door. And again, I have to go to the post office and pick it up. Amazon is great. Amazon has almost always dropped off packages at my door. Another annoyance is that people don't care about the complex overall. So example is people will dump their furniture in front of the dumpsters. So there was a bed mattress sitting in front of the dumpsters for over 2 months because it was so big. It was this big memory foam mattress, and the garbage guys are not going to haul that away. First of all, they don't want to lift it to put it in the garbage truck, and they're not going to haul it away. So it sat there for 2 months until the complex, I think, finally had a junk removal person come and take it away. Other people they're not considerate of, keeping our complex nice and clean, which we pay a lot of money for this, and it's not fair. A lot of people don't like to live on the end corners because of that garbage chute. I actually don't mind it. It's not too loud, and I like that I only have to share one wall. So I share this wall over here with a neighbor, and then these walls over here, there's no neighbor on that side. So I do enjoy that I don't have to have double shared walls with neighbors. And then you have the neighbor's noise. So I have the neighbor downstairs, they often slam their door, and when they slam the door, it's loud, I can hear it, and it shakes the walls in my apartment as well. They often are dropping things, like it sounds like big boxes and stuff they're dropping, so I hear that, and it does kind of vibrate. So that's an annoyance too. There are a couple of dogs that are around me. I don't think there's one next door to me. I think it's 2 doors down. But when I come up to the top of the stairs and there's a main door to open, sometimes the wind will cause that main door to slam shut. And when it does, it sets the dogs off and they start barking. Overall, the dogs are pretty good in my apartment complex. People are pretty good about cleaning up after them. I haven't seen like urine or poop anywhere. The other thing is the apartment complex I live in, right across the street is a major shopping center, and there's a parking garage for Target. And at night, anywhere from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the morning, there are like young adults that are doing donuts in the garage. So I will hear the squealing of the tires for hours. It's really obnoxious. It's worse on the weekends. Absolutely. Some more benefits of why I would be willing to pay more money for this new apartment. Aside from the fact that it's a private landlord she just seems wonderful. Her family is amazing too. So when I didn't actually tour the apartment itself, I went to their home. They showed me the outside of the property. They showed me where I would be parking and the backyard. And there's like a little garden space. So if I want to plant anything in the garden, I'm welcome to. Since I do have pet rabbits, I do want to plant some herbs. I've always wanted to plant some mint, some parsley, cilantro, something like that for my rabbits. The other thing is the family has offered to rabbit sit for me. So when I do go and visit my family, I won't have to lug them up with me anymore, which for some people, they probably don't know much about rabbits, but rabbits are not like cats or dogs where you could put out cat food for your cat and probably leave them overnight and they would be okay. Rabbits, you cannot do that because if anything happens and they're not eating, it becomes an emergency and they have to go to the vet immediately because their bodies are smaller. They have to constantly be eating hay to pass their poop through, and if they stop eating, they could die of something called GI stasis. So someone really has to be around daily to check on rabbits. So I've always had to lug them to my family's home when I go visit for the holidays. It is a nuisance to, pack up all of their things, lug them in a 4-hour car ride. And then I can't really extend my stay with my family because I'm worried about that my rabbits have been locked up for like 3 days and, this tiny little pup tent basically. So it's just really not fair to the rabbits to travel that much with them. Another bonus besides that is that they own another property in the mountains near Yosemite. So they have said that if I ever want to go to the property in Yosemite, that I'm welcome to use their cabin and I could bring my friends or my family. So that's another bonus too. These landlords just seem so amazing and I can't wait. They also did say that it's okay for me to use a portable washer and dryer in the unit because there's not a washer and dryer in the unit currently. They did talk about possibly putting in a stackable set, but I'm not sure when that will happen. So I'm just going to plan on buying a portable washer myself and a portable dryer. The other thing is with my rent of the new place at $2,500, that also includes utilities. So I am saving just a little bit of money actually getting into this bigger apartment. Again, the cons are I'm losing a full kitchen. So I will no longer have a full stove or oven. There's like a hot plate or something. I forgot what she said. It was like a 2-plate hot plate. Again, I haven't seen it. There's like a toaster oven, although I also have a Ninja Foodie oven. So I think I'll be okay even as far as baking. I just won't be able to bake like big dishes and stuff anymore. So I probably will get rid of my big dishes since there's no sense in trying to store it until whatever happens in the future. Okay, so now that I've discussed all the reasons why I'm moving and looking forward to it, now we're gonna go ahead and jump into the budget. For the budget today, the YNAB, loading from my bank, the connection is still not working right. I did contact YNAB. They fixed something, had me refresh it, and at the time it did work, but again, when I just got into YNAB today on my desktop, it's still not showing my paycheck from today, so I had to manually go and enter it. We're going to look at the transactions that we need to approve. So this right here, Carefresh, this is stuff that's for my bunnies. So that's kind of out of screen. Sorry, it is off screen here. And then Canva, I just paid. I use Canva here for this YouTube channel. And this is Starbucks. Oh, I'm so annoyed with Starbucks. So I purchase a Starbucks gift card pretty much every month. I haven't had to buy it in a while. Not a gift card. I load my Starbucks account, I should say. And I only do it because sometimes I have to stop and use their restrooms during my workday. And I feel bad if I'm not buying something. Well, now they just took away one of my favorite drinks from Starbucks, which was, I think it was called Citrus Melon Energy. And it's an energy drink that they mix with some kind of citrusy melon iced tea. They said, I just went yesterday to Starbucks to use a restroom and they told me they discontinued them. So the lady was like, oh, but we still sell the energy drink in the can if you want that. And I'm like, no, it's not the same. So I end up having to get a smaller tea. Good thing is I'll probably be spending less money now because I'm not motivated to want to buy a drink from Starbucks. But again, if I have to stop for the bathroom, I'll just get a small Passion Tango tea, which is like $3.95 versus the energy drink was $6.75. So anyways, I just loaded the Starbucks card. This was a little bistro. So I did stop and get a cookie at that little bistro because I had a break and it was too far for me to come home and hang out. So that was that. This right here is a new checking account that I opened up here in Ventura. So when I lived in Fresno, I have a credit union that was not local, it's on the East Coast. And the reason why I have that specific credit union is because they would give me 1% back on all of my purchases using my debit card. So I don't think that included rent. I'm not sure. I never paid rent that way. But so I would get like a little bit back every time by using my debit card. Now I mainly use credit card, so I don't really see a lot of cash back from that credit union. But to make a long story short, renting a new apartment, I knew I was going to need a cashier's check. So I knew I had to open a local checking account. I would never open one with Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase, any of those. They are awful. I just refuse. Like, I closed my Bank of America account like over 2 years ago, and I would never open up to any of those banks ever again. So anyway, so that's what this cash withdrawal is here. To open the account, basically it was $40. And then I found out that the landlady did not even want a cashier's check. She just wanted personal check. So I just wasted my time opening up this, but oh well, at least I have a local bank now in case I do need a cashier's check in the future. Okay, and then this is just a payment to my credit card. Okay, so all the transactions are covered there. So now I'm going to go back to the budget and we're going to look at some overspent categories next. Why is it? Oh, there we go. Okay, because I had it collapsed. Overspending here. So I never actually budgeted anything in the last video, in the last month, basically for guilt-free spending, but I end up buying some things. So let's see what this one is. So again, we have the $30 for the card reload at Starbucks. Oh, and then yeah, the dining out, basically eating that cookie at this little bistro. So there was another $3.35. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this from the Oopsie Fund. So we're going to go down to show you my Oopsie Fund. I could also just type it in here, but so Oopsie Fund has $97.96. If you don't know what the Oopsie Fund is, it's basically where every month my goal is to try and put 15% of my paycheck, 15% of my earnings into the Oopsie Fund every month to cover emergencies, something for the car, unexpected, doctor bill or whatever. So that's what the Oopsie Fund is for. And then I use it sometimes, obviously, to cover my overspending. Shopping. So this was actually new work shirts. The work shirts that I have to wear, they're awful. They do not breathe. My skin just sweats. Even the shirt is kind of like that too. It's terrible. I feel like it's not enough cotton and it's too much rayon or spandex or something in the shirts, and then your skin can't breathe, so you sweat more. So that's exactly what my work shirts are. So I wanted to try out some new work shirts from Work World, which I was really annoyed because I just got them yesterday and they had clearance stickers on them, yet I was charged full price online for them. So I emailed them and showed them the pictures of the clearance stickers on there to see what they do. We'll see. I'll update you if they refund me or give me a credit, something, I don't know, refund me would be nice. Okay, so it didn't cover all of it. I had spent more than the Oopsie Fund, so I have to now cover this with another category. Let's see, what else should we take this from? I do have a little bit here. This is $6.20 that got rolled over from April. So I had a little bit extra in some categories. I think this was my rent category actually. So I put it into the next month category. How did that get up there now where you can't see it? There we go. Next month. Okay. And I still have $2.70 that I'm overspent. So now I need to take it from another category. Well, I got 80 cents extra in car insurance, so I'm gonna take that. And now I have $1.90 left. We're gonna take this from another category still. Let's go ahead and clear out the groceries, 6 cents there. there was something else that had 1 cent left. What was that? Oh, T-Mobile. Take 1 cent from T-Mobile. And now we have $1.83 left. I'm gonna take it from household items, although I'm gonna have to refill it now, but that's okay. Okay, so everything is covered. So now I can go back to the budget here and just go over my paycheck. This isn't all my earnings, this is a little bit extra too. So just to show you, I'm gonna go into my main checking account here, and because I have the transactions that I need to mark as cleared anyways. So one of the cash backs I got was from my Venmo credit card. I earned 3% from my highest spending category. So for the month of April, I earned $12.11 cash back. So that was in the ready to assign. So I'm gonna mark this as a clear because it is cleared already. And then I got a settlement from Bank of America, speaking of the devil, where I'm not sure what this was. I don't even know if I signed up for this or if I got an email just saying, because I was a Bank of America member. Like I said, I closed the account about 2 years ago. I had it for many years. So I'm not sure if I had to apply for this or if they just automatically were going to deposit it. I just got the email saying that in order to get my payment, I had to register my Zelle information. So that's what I did, is registered Zelle with my credit union. So I got a payment of $21.65. Yay, thank you, Bank of America, even though I don't like you. Okay, and then here is my real paycheck that I got, $2,477.84. That is the normal amount I should be earning. Sometimes it's $2,500 or $2,600, but about, $2,500 is what I expect to earn each paycheck. In my last video, I had mentioned that it was pretty low still. Oh, I do want to say there were some things that I was able to save on in the, the Oopsie fund. In my last video, I had mentioned that, Workwell just refunded me $10.95. Isn't that nice? I just got the notification on my phone. Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to April really quick, just to show you that the Oopsie fund here. So yeah, so I spent $95.30, and in my last video, I mentioned that they had told me it was gonna be $150 to get my oil change and tire rotation. The guy was so nice. I didn't mind. I was just waiting there. It was raining. I was just playing on my phone while I was waiting for my car. And because I had an appointment, they did tell me it would be about an hour and a half until they would be finished. Well, they didn't finish until closer to 2 hours. So the guy gave me a discount and he only charged me $95.30. So I was really happy about that. That was really generous. So that was just one thing that I did want to mention. The goals again, right now, preparing for my move on July 1st. Yeah, July 1st I move. Is obviously I am trying to save for the moving costs, which I actually think I might be underestimating here when I'm saying $520, because I'm hiring a moving company to help me move, and they are $149 an hour. That's it. It's a flat rate, which is nice, because some of the other companies that I had contacted, they gave me a rough estimate saying, oh, if it takes us less than this amount of time, then it would be cheaper. One company gave me a quote for $1,000 for 4 hours to move me less than 8 miles away. So I'm not using that company because I was harassed anyways by one of the sales people. They kept calling me and texting me. It was really annoying. Anyways, so I am gonna add more money here. I'll get to that in a minute, because obviously I wanna go ahead and fund rent and everything else first, but there are gonna be some changes here. So my first priority right now is to put more money towards the rent, because I'm never knowing for sure how much I'm earning anymore. This week is a little bit low for hours for me again. So that means that my next paycheck on the 25th of May might be low again. So just to make sure, I am going to put some more money towards June when I hop over to June. Also, thank you so much to you guys that mentioned about the rent, how I could fix my May rent, because I was really frustrated that it basically showed I made 2 payments in April and no payments in May. And you all were telling me that you cannot snooze the category until you're already in the next month. For example, if I wanted to snooze June rent right now, it's not going to give me that option to snooze it because we're still in May. So it's grayed out. So I thank you guys so much for pointing that out to me. So what I ended up doing for the month of May is I did lie about the day that I made the payment. I changed it to reflect a day in May. So I put it as May 1st, even though this payment was done April 22nd or something like that. But that really bothers me. I don't have OCD, but I think that that could have caused me some serious OCD right there. Just seeing no rent paid for the month of May. I don't need to worry about seeing a yellow bar here or anything because it's paid. Okay, so what I'm doing here is clicking on my little focus view for paycheck 1. Since this is my first paycheck, it tells me everything that I need to put money towards. So again, because I want to kind of be conservative with, you know, how much money I might be getting in my next paycheck, I want to kind of make up for that. So I jumped again to the month ahead. So I'm in June right now because this is June's rent I'm going to be paying. And I did set a target here for June. And so normally you can just do fund half. So again, these are only going to come up here, the fund half, because I have the toolkit for YNAB in my browser. And so that's one of the features. So if I do fund half, it's telling me I'm still going to need $1,148.38 because I just want to put a little bit extra there. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put, $250 more. So there we go. So now I'll only need to put $898.38 from my next paycheck into June's rent. Okay, so rent is already, well, half of it is covered for next month. So now I need to pay my life insurance. This is term life insurance. Need to pay this because that is going to be due by the 10th. So I'm going to click on underfunded because I want to fund the entire amount. Pet insurance. So this also needs to be fully funded. So I'm going to click on underfunded. It's taken care of. So this is kind of fun. In California, we have something called the climate control credit. And I think they're doing it twice a year now because I've seen it in the wintertime as well, where previously on my home that I was renting, my 2-bedroom home, I would see a credit of only like $30. This one was a little bit more, I guess, because it's telling me that my next electricity bill is only $6.68. Normally it's about $70. So I'm saving quite a bit there this month with this. So that's nice. I'll take it. So we're gonna click underfunded. Car insurance. So car insurance is due on the 23rd. Again, I get paid the 25th. So I wanna make sure that this is fully funded. And so that's pretty much all of the bills that need to be paid. All the rest is going to be for expenses that I need for the month. So I have groceries, I have gas, my bunnies and stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with groceries. So I spend about $400 a month on groceries. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. It's telling me basically that I need to fund this for. I'm gonna fund half because I will get another paycheck in 2 weeks. So I'm just gonna do fund half, which is $225. And gas, This target, I think I have to only fund up to $400. So it won't set aside another $400. It'll just only fill up to $400. So I have $171 left. So I can go ahead and put, oops, sorry. Go ahead and put underfunded. So now it's funded for the month. The bunnies, I am gonna have to buy some, like, part of the litter stuff coming up. So I am going to fund half, which is more than enough than what they need, but we're just gonna fund half. Household items, I just cleared it out, so I do need to refill this. I'm gonna go ahead and fund the full amount. So again, the priority is to get some money here in the Oopsie fund and to fund my emergency fund since it's now being depleted. I do have a doctor's appointment coming up on the 14th. So I think that I need to put some money for that doctor's appointment. I don't know how much it's going to be. So I'm going to say, I'm thinking it's at least going to be $60 for a copay. That's my guess. So I'm going to put $60 there. I want to put some more money into my emergency fund again, because it just kind of freaks me out that I don't have $4,000 in my emergency fund anymore. So I'm going to do, oops, $200 into the emergency fund. And I have $109.33 left. I'm going to put $50 back into the Oopsie fund again. I'm not sticking to the 15% of my earnings right now for Oopsie, because again, I'm just trying to put as much money as I can towards my emergency fund. So what I'm going to do, oh, license renewal, how much do I need to put in there? $21. So I'll go ahead and fund that. Gifts, I need half of it funded, which be, oh, it's telling me I need, okay. So I put some money towards gifts. It's not, you know, the full amount, but I put some money there. Fund holding, I don't have any money for fun. I'm not going to snooze it yet. I am going to snooze gifts because I'm not going to worry about putting money towards that right now. Again, because my focus is my emergency fund. Roth, I'm going to snooze you too, because I would like to put money towards you right now, but it's just not likely to happen. And then what I'm going to do here with this $3.95 left is go back up to my short term, which is the moving costs. And I've already paid this $20 here was going to be for an application fee, because when I was going to fill out my information for her to sign the lease and everything, it did say a $20 application fee. She said she wasn't going to charge me it. So she's really nice. What I'm going to do is move this $20 over to moving, because again, I do think that I have underestimated how much my moving costs are going to be. And then now what I'm going to do with this tree house, because I've already paid my security deposit and my pet deposit, and that was the main reason for this specific category. I could hide it. The other thing is I need to start saving up for a portable washer. So I might, even though I just put that 20 bucks there, let's wait. Let's put some money at the end of the month into the portable washer. For now, I am going to add this, the rest of this money here, this $3.95 into the moving fees, because again, I think I'm underestimating my moving cost by about $100. So I budgeted $500. I think it's probably going to be closer to $600. So let's just put some more money towards there. So now everything else, ooh, T-Mobile, how come you weren't on paycheck one? It didn't get paid yet for May. Did I forget to put money last month towards it? Well, that's no good. I didn't put any money, which it should have been from last paycheck. whoopsies, good thing I caught that. Okay, well now I have to take some money out. We're gonna take some money from the emergency fund. Yeah, we're gonna have to. So we're gonna take, what is it, 6026 it says that I need to put in there. So we're gonna do 6026 to T-Mobile. That's why it's nice to always, even if you have focus views, to click on all so you can see all of your categories just in case, because yeah, I would have missed paying my bill. I mean, I would have had the money and it would have, because it withdrawals from my credit card, but I would have been like, oh, where am I pulling that money from? Okay, so everything else is taken care of now. I wanted to add a new category. It's not dining out, it's more of food, but it's my coffee beans. Like, I really enjoy coffee and I like to grind my own beans. So I did want to put like a little category here for coffee. We're going to do coffee beans. Is there a coffee bean? There are beans. I think I'm going to do that. Coffee beans. Okay. And going to move it down here because it is going to be lower on the list here. Oop, oop, oop. So what I'm going to do is put a target for my beans because I usually spend about $20 to $22 on a bag of whole beans, like from the local coffee shops where they roast it in the coffee shop. And yeah, I would say on average it's anywhere from $20 to $22 and they last me about 3 weeks. So I'm going to put that I need $33 a month. So there's going to be a little bit extra to carry over each month, you know, so that when I have to buy beans every 3 weeks, hopefully I have enough money in there for the coffee beans. I don't know when I should put this. I guess we'll do by the 10th. Okay, so I obviously don't have any money here for the coffee beans right now, but I'm going to buy coffee tomorrow. That's why I'm bringing it up now. Let's take it from the groceries right now. And if I have to, with the next paycheck, I'll put some more money into the groceries. So let's put in at least 25 from groceries into the coffee fund. Okay. Again, I do not want to have like a billion categories and I'm trying to keep it simple. So I feel like I'm still doing pretty good with very basic categories versus my previous YNAB budgets over the years have been insane, that it just felt hopeless to fill all the categories. So, you know, normally some people would say, hey, you should just put this in your shopping category for guilt-free spending, but it's not guilt-free because I'm going to be buying this. It's a food item basically for me. So coffee beans is happening. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.